channel. I hope you all are enjoying your week and enjoying these fall vibes here in Western Washington where I am located. It's been really rainy, windy, stormy. All the leaves are beautiful colors, but the wind keeps knocking them down, so there's leaves everywhere. Today I wanted to talk more about my journey as a first-gen lawyer, some challenges and some wins. When I decided to become a lawyer, I had no roadmap. No family in the profession, no insider advice, just a dream, a lot of grit, and the belief that I could make it happen. As a first-generation lawyer, my path wasn't easy, but it taught me lessons I'll carry forever. My name is Alejandra. I'm a first-gen Latina lawyer who also happens to love fashion, beauty, food, and travel. My goal on this channel is that I want to share what it's really like to navigate this profession while staying true to who I am. This is my story, journey of challenges, lessons, and wins that made it all worth it. Where it all started. I didn't grow up around lawyers. None of my family or friends were lawyers. In fact, the first lawyer I had interactions with was actually in school in undergrad, as some of my pre-law classes were taught by JD lawyers. Professors who had JDs or were attorneys. Our parents' goals are for us to have stability, right? That was my parents' goal. Those are my parents' goals for their children, for us to have stability and opportunities that they didn't. When I told my parents I had this fantasy as a young child that I didn't want to become a lawyer, it didn't become a reality until I was in undergrad. And, saying, I want to go to law school, I want to be an attorney, these are the things I want to do. It was exciting and terrifying. I worked so hard in undergrad, I worked a variety of different jobs, constantly felt like I was trying to prove I belonged in spaces I've never seen anyone like me. I won't sugarcoat it, but law school was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It wasn't just the workload, it was the culture shock, balancing my law school with my master's because I got my JD and master's at the same time, balancing work, all of that. Sometimes it even felt the added pressure of succeeding. I have to do good, I have to do this, but also the pressure that sometimes comes with law school. If the feeling of imposter syndrome, seeming like everyone spoke a language I haven't even learned yet. I questioned myself constantly. Am I smart enough? Do I belong here? There were many moments that I wanted to give up and just quit. Sometimes I didn't understand the unspoken rules. Couldn't call a family member to help me with my outlines or my briefs or interviews. But I learned how to figure things out on my own. And that resilience became my greatest strength. Being a Latina in this space also comes with stereotypes. People assume that I am an interpreter, an assistant, a paralegal, anything but the attorney. And I had to learn to correct them without losing my grace or my confidence. One day, I stopped trying to sound like everyone else and started embracing my voice, my background, my culture, my experiences, and my perspectives. Those are my strengths. Clients trust me because I understand them. I not only speak the language, but I understand the culture. My colleagues, judges, I know they respect me because I show up prepared and authentic to my true self and those of my clients. That's when I realized I don't need to fit in. I just needed my own space. When I found out that I passed the bar, it was such a surreal moment. I still remember waking up so anxious that day. I could barely eat or drink anything. I didn't know what to do. And then I got the email with the results. I logged in and I immediately cried, tears of joy. I cried not only because I passed, but because it felt like my whole family passed with me. Every late night, every sacrifice, it all led to that moment. And since then, I've helped clients, I've mentored students, built a life that I am proud of. And yes, I still love my cafecito, my red lips, my jewelry with all my designs, my traditional Mexican clothes, but I didn't have to change who I was to belong here. If you're watching this and you're a first gen student, a woman of color, or anyone breaking barriers, please know this. Your story matters. Your path might look different. That doesn't make it less valid. It makes it powerful. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep going. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button. Join this community of driven, stylish, and unstoppable first-gen professionals. I'll be sharing career tips, law content, fashion inspo, everything in between. Because yes, you can chase your dreams and live beautifully.